Here we go. Recycling the Russia hoax, baby. What's going on, America? Welcome to Kevin's Corner, where I try to make some sense out of nonsense. Before we get into this video, I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that like button, share my videos. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure your notification buttons are turned on to all. Subscribe to my alternative channel, just in case YouTube give me the slip or something. You'll know how to find me. Don't forget to check me out with all the podcasts and follow me on Rumble and the Jungle. All the links are listed below. If you want to donate to my channel, feel free. Those links are below as well. Now, with no further ado,
welcome to my party, we're just getting started.
So now, guys, the second part of the show is going to reveal who the real crooks are, the real colluders are, the real Russians that's been planted in our country, the real communists. Y'all know who this is, right? Listen, how are we going to bring these jobs back? I mean, it's not like he has a magic wand. So let's listen to him, because see, what he's saying is all of this stuff that Trump is saying about we spied on his campaign is a lie.
The allegations are so absurd that even Republican-controlled committees, looking into it, have dismissed them.
What?
And Attorney General Barr has dismissed them. But this is an example, I think, of a larger problem.
Oh.
Well, two larger problems.
Like what?
Which don't get as much attention, understandably, when you've got high unemployment and a pandemic raging, because it doesn't touch people's day-to-day lives. But one of the central foundation stones of a democracy is the idea that you do not allow the politicization of the criminal justice system, the intelligence system, the military, right? That is stuff that you keep out of politics.
Holy mackerel. That's stuff that you keep out of politics. Are you kidding me? So now y'all hear this big fat liar up there? This projector? So now, guys, you know what I gotta do.
That's former US President Barack Obama there calling Donald Trump's allegations that he interfered in the 2016 election as absurd.
Absurd.
A few years later, this report from Substack citing multiple unnamed sources claims the U.S. intelligence community asked foreign spy agencies to help spy on more than 24 associates of Donald Trump in the run-up to the 2016 election. It reads in part, quote, President Barack Obama's CIA director, John Brennan, had identified 26 Trump associates for the Five Eyes to target. A source confirmed that the IC had identified them as people to bump or make contact with or manipulate. They were targets of our own IC and law enforcement, targets for collection and misinformation.
Tisk, tisk. Tisk, tisk. Obama. Yeah, a pox. A pox on your nice beach house. Yeah, I want a pox on that. So let's continue, because remember, we just saw that man say, nah, man, we don't use no intelligence agencies and no Department of Justice to go after our political enemies. No, not at all.
Now, the Five Eyes nations are the U.S., UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand.
Today, the Justice Department quietly acknowledged in a court filing that they, too, could find no evidence for President Trump's wild tweets accusing former President Obama of wiretapping Trump Tower back in March.
Now, y'all see the communist news networks coming out trying to go ahead and downplay it as if Trump was just winging it, pulling it out of his butt, making it up. Yeah, I'm sure Trump gets into office and, just decides one day, I'm just going to go out and say to the press that Obama spied on my campaign and, wiretap my lines. I'm just going to say that, knowing that these creeps are sitting there salivating on every word that comes out of his mouth so they could run with it and come out and do exactly what they're doing. That's a lie. That's a lie. You think Trump's that dumb? The man is 1 or 2 steps ahead of you. You think as the president, he didn't have any data, no evidence whatsoever? Just came out. He's not like you guys who just come out and say, Trump's obviously a Russian agent. He's working for Putin. What's the evidence? Because we're communists. That's our evidence. We're going to go ahead and say it, and therefore we're going to go ahead and say it again. So you guys will believe it, because we're going to keep saying it until you believe it. No, Trump knew the repercussions of saying this. So obviously he knew something. But these guys, They never even stopped to think like that. Yeah, they are like, just let's react, immediately. What did he say? Deep state, what do you want us to do? Say the opposite of what he said? Call it a lie? We're on it. So now he's coming out talking about wild thoughts. Wild thoughts. So let's go ahead and hear how the media reacted when Trump said this.
The Justice Department was responding to a Freedom of Information Act request for evidence backing up the president's claim. But even the president's own Justice Department came up snake eyes on that roll. Quote, both FBI and NSD, that's National Security Division of the Justice Department, confirmed that they have no records related to wiretaps as described by the March 4th, 2017 tweets.
I'm sure. Just like they didn't have no record of that laptop that was stored in, that cabinet and stuff. Just like they didn't have no record of Joe Biden, and that transcript of him talking with the Ukrainian, person trying to get, and now all of a sudden we don't have no evidence. What do you mean? There's an audio tape out there. We don't know where it's at and all this stuff. All of that. So they didn't have no evidence. And see, they try to say it was Trump's Justice Department. It was his FBI. No, it wasn't. These are all deep state people. So don't try to sit back and try to justify by saying it was under his department. He just didn't know how deep the state went. It was deep.
Finally read.
It's completely wrong. It did not happen. There was no spying. There was.
It's Pizzagate. The conspiracy gene. The conspiracy gene is no more accurate than Pizzagate.
No one was spying on the president through the microwave.
No one spied on the Trump campaign.
There was no spying.
There was no spying.
No spying.
Yeah, that's the ugly face when you're playing. That's when you're feeling it. Yeah. Got all up in it. Yeah, I like that. Let's continue. There's Little Ryan Center with that open stadium up top. Yeah, I miss that little high voice. Let's continue.
There was no spying.
There was no spying.
There was no spying.
There was no spying.
There was no spying. There was no spying.
Wow. By the way,
The actor.
there was no spying, of course. There was no spying.
There was no spying
on the Trump campaign.
on the Trump campaign.
It's been a year and a half. There was no spying on the Trump campaign.
Of this crap. No spying on the Trump campaign.
Which is a conspiracy theory.
No spying on the Trump campaign.
Facts matter.
And, oh, by the way, no, there was no spying on the Trump campaign.
Part 3 of the investigation into how the CIA framed Trump just dropped. And it changes everything.
Oh, no.
This week we learned how Obama...
Hold on, I just listened to a whole symphony of There's No Spine. Jesse, you messing with my emotions. I got all into it, man. Crossed the arms over and everything. There's no spine. Oh, Trump is always lying. I was jamming. But now you're going to tell me that all of that was a lie? Let's continue. Here we go.
The CIA told foreign spies to bump 26 Trump campaign associates who the CIA thought were, easy marks, framing them for collusion and then triggering the FBI investigation, the illegal wiretapping, and eventually the Mueller probe. We also learned there are classified documents that prove all of this, that Trump might have copies of. And it could be why Biden raided Mar-a-Lago. Now today, Michael Schellenberger and Matt Taibbi dropped another bombshell. Russia didn't want Trump to win in 2016.
What?
Russia wanted Hillary, and the CIA knew it.
So she's the real Putin puppet? No. So now I gotta go ahead and delete my whole classical song entitled Trump's Line, There Was No Spine. See? I came up with a title and everything. Trump's Line, There Was No Spine. Now I gotta go ahead and rewrite the whole song.